Well, here, let's get to this. Earlier this morning, President Trump, he was phoned in to CNBC, as we pointed out earlier. Yeah. He was asked a question about the peace negotiations. I want to bring up that bite.
You're saying that you need at least the prospects for a signed deal today and tomorrow, or else you would resume bombing Iran.
Well, I expect to be bombing because I think that's a better attitude to go in with, but we're ready to go.
Nile, do you think the Iranians think that President Trump is bluffing at this point? They're still going to continue on with what they have been doing for the last 47 years.
Well, if that's what they think, I think they're immensely reckless and stupid, really, because after all, every single one of those Iranian leaders will have a target on their backs, frankly, if the war continues. And the first wave of Iran's leaders were taken out. The second wave will be taken out as well if they choose to resist U.S. efforts here. Let's bear in mind, of course, that this Iranian dictatorship has ruled through fear and tyranny for the last several decades. Hopefully that era of tyranny is coming to an end in Iran. And if they are foolish enough to continue this war, they are going to lose massively. That's for sure. And President Trump is the kind of leader who is not going to make any concessions, and rightly so. And I think he'll wipe the floor with Iran's rulers if they choose to continue this war.
And Keith, we focus on Iran, but as we've mentioned multiple times, Iran is the main sponsor of terrorism across the globe. And so we've been seeing less in Yemen, less issues there. And we now have Israel and Lebanon speaking. So are there some things outside of this specific, Strait of Yemen issue or Strait of Hormuz issue that we should really be taking into account as we calculate our progress towards bringing peace to the Middle East?
Sure. I mean, Iran has been a key sponsor of terror across the entire region and indeed around the world. I mean, the problem with Iran has existed for the last nearly 50 years, and this is an opportunity for President Trump to solve that problem and benefit future generations and the whole globe. No one on this planet will be safer if the Iranian regime has a nuclear weapon. And I look forward to backing up President Trump and this line of work in Congress. That's part of why I'm running for Congress here in the 2nd District in Florida's Panhandle. Fortunately, I'm ahead by all metrics. I'm ahead in the polls. I've got almost $6 million cash on hand. And I look forward to a victory coming up at our August primary so I can make sure I do my part to help put America first and preserve our nation's security for future generations.
Rich, given your military background, I got to ask you this. Iran, they're responding saying that they have new cards they'll unveil on the battlefield. What do you think that could be?
Go fish.
Is it go fish, as Edie says? Are they just kind of saber-rattling at this point?
I think they're saber-rattling, and even if they do pull anything out of their holster, U.S. certainly has the capability to take care of it. They're going to say these threats. I mean, this is some threats that the U.S. is not used to. I mean, these small boats, a problem. We saw the USS Cole back in
yes.
These drones. I mean, warfare is changing at a rapid pace. The U.S. is keeping up and clearly will win the war. Let's look at this. The Strait of Hormuz is going to get open one way or another. They're not going to get a nuclear weapon. That's already been decided. I think, as your last guests have said, if they can shut down the proxies of Iran conducting the terrorism, whether it's the Houthis in Yemen, Hezbollah in Lebanon, this is a huge success, and this could change the whole face of the Middle East and go down as a tremendous victory for this administration.
Yeah, with those proxies not getting the funding they're used to, it already has been changing that. So thank you very much for joining us, Nile Gardiner, Keith Gross, and Rich Kolko.